Okay, so we'll start off with, I forgot it was Thursday today, and there was a TWID, so we're going over the TWID, obviously. So, PvP is going to wait until Saturday, and I apologize for that. I keep forgetting Thursdays are TWID days. But, that's okay. Because this is indirectly a PvP thing, because it's PvP nerfs, so this is kind of important. So, yeah, let's do this. First off, we've got Act 2 starts on July 16th, which is 3 weeks away, I believe. Or 2 weeks, and the third week starting is when it is, something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so got a while before that comes. Kind of sucks. But yeah, let's read this. After touching base with our old friend Failsafe and starting an investigation into Vex on Nessus, we found that something is not quite right. Oh, really now? No way, bruh. Crazy, man. The revelations of Act 1 will drive your investigation even further into Nessus in Act 2 when it launches on July 16th. To make sure you're equipped with all the latest intel, we'll be hosting a developer live stream ahead of time to preview new content that's coming. We'll have more details on the timing of the live stream for you soon. I'm gonna start saying, I don't know about this whole content thing they're doing. If you're not aware, each act is 6 weeks long, and 3 of the weeks is quest, and the other 3 is nothing. They might add little bits and pieces here and there, maybe, but the main quest line ends on the third week, which is currently worse than old seasonal content. So yeah, not really excited about that at all. Little problematic. So yeah, maybe Bungie will add a little bit of extra stuff here and there, seasonal wise, a small mini quest or something throughout it. But I'll be fine with that. If they do that, but if they don't do anything, then we're gonna have some issues. So we'll see. We'll wait to see. But yeah, a little bit problematic. Cool new emblem if you get movie of the week or art of the week, or I think it's just art of the week actually. Uh, Pretty cool emblem. I won't lie. I actually like it. Looks nice. PvP Strike Team update. We're actually hearing from this again. We'll see how this goes. That'll be fun. The TWID, previously known as Lord Saladin, now Velis Forge of the Cabal Empire, will be back at the tower next week with a new edition of Iron Banana. Wah! Given that Iron Banner is one of our most ancient traditions, one would think the old war beast can't learn some new tricks, but that couldn't be further from the truth. To begin with, Iron Banner will now be a 2 week event and the main PvP focus for that time. Okay, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with this. So Bungie actually had a Twitter thing. Here, let's see if we can find it real quick. Let's see if we can find it quickly, and we'll go over it. Da 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 da. The Bungie says they saw feedback concerning blah blah blah, but they say the reason they're doing this 2 weeks is now Trials Cyrus will be available for 7 to 8 weeks in a row before the next Iron Banner week begins. You will still have the same amount of Trials Iron Banners to play. This is just a change in how things are scheduled. Okay, I get it. So the biggest issue was, right, like, we'll go back to this, but the biggest issue was, that'd be the 1 week there'd be a weapon you don't really care about. The next week was going to be like a weapon you really wanted, but then you'd get Iron Banner, right? And you're like, oh, that sucks. So you'd have to wait that week, and then the next week you'd start and you'd get a, if you're lucky or something, and you're like, yay! But it sucked, right? So now their solution is they're going to give a few at the beginning for trials of the season or the episode. Then they're going to give the 2 weeks of Iron Banner, and then give the rest. Give like a whole bunch of weeks for the, as I said, 6 to 7 weeks for the trials, and then Iron Banner for 2 weeks, and then like the last couple weeks or something will be, you know, will be Iron Banner, I guess, or more trials. Sorry, more trials. I don't know. I don't think this is a necessary change. I think 2 weeks is too much of Iron Banner. I love Iron Banner, but at the same time, it is some of the most fucked up fucking matchmaking there is in the game. I will take comp over Iron Banner sometimes, and most of the time I hate comp over Paladin because its system is really fucking shit for matchmaking. It really is. You either match people way better than you slash cheaters, or you meet people that are just so fucking bad at the game. You're like, how the fuck are they even in comp on this rank? And it's not to be mean. It's just How the fuck did they get to that rank? Because they shouldn't have, yet they did somehow. Because it's supposed to be based on rank, so logically speaking, lesser skilled players shouldn't be getting to the higher ranks, but yet they do, and you're like, how the fuck is that possible? So that's the thing. It's not designed very well at all. Do I want lower skill players to get to higher end? Yeah. If when they get better and practice and get good, I want them to hit the upper echelon and the higher tiers. That's the point. But when they're basically just AFK farming, which is what's happening all the time in comp, and doing nothing, I don't know how the fuck they're getting up there, and how Bungie just allows that. It really sucks. So hence that's a problem. And that's where the problem mostly is people that shouldn't be there, and they're there, and they're doing literally nothing because they don't even know how to shoot their guns because they're just AFK farming, or they're literal brand new to the game and somehow at max rank, and it makes no sense to me. Some people say they're carried, but if you look up the stats, they weren't carried. They were just somehow getting there. Some of them did recovs, some of them were carried, yes, which I get is fine and all, but when you're, trying to fight a team of 3 and you're 2v3 and then good team versus 2 good team, it gives the shit when you have a blueberry that's never played the game before. They got either recoved, which is wrong, or carried, which is still not big of a deal, but at the same time kind of screws up the matchmaking system a bit. Same thing with trials, except they just remove that problem completely and fix that, so I don't know why they don't just do that comp, because it's not going to work. Comp is a shit show. I don't mind it. But at the same time, Iron Banner for 2 weeks in a row. Let me get back to the point. It's the same concept. It's really bad matchmaking. It's supposed to be skill-based matchmaking, but it's not. It's really not. If I go and play with one other friend that's really bad at the game or doesn't play much PvP, I get either pure bots or pure god tier plays. I go on my own, same thing. If I go with a whole bunch of people that are good, same thing. If I go with people that are all bad but me, same thing. It doesn't matter. It's always a shit show. It's either you get people way better than you or way worse than you. And it's never the same skill level. Sixes is the same way. Control's the same way. But it really gets repetitive at a point when it's just a problem. And Iron Banner weapons aren't that good anymore because they're just not. It's kind of depressing to say, but most of them are pretty shit. There are a few good ones for PvE, and there's a couple good ones for PvP, but as a whole, it's not really much to farm for, in my opinion. I don't think it's worth it anymore. In my opinion, it's a PvP mode. All the weapons should be prioritized towards PvP. If they have PvE roles, cool, but it should be PvP you're going for. So, but 2 weeks of it is just too much. I like how it was set up. I like it was 1 week. Like, I know I'm beating around the bush here, but I liked how it was 1 week, and then we went back to normal trials for a while, for a few weeks, and went back to it. I liked it. I thought it was a better system. I think this 2 week thing is going to break the game in a negative way. Iron Banner isn't designed around long-term play. It's really not. And 2 weeks is long-term play. A lot of people might disagree, and a lot of people are like, I want to farm my guns. I want to farm the one gun I like out of all of it. But I still think it's too much. 1 week was more than enough. You get 1 week every few weeks. I think that's perfect. 2 weeks every long distance amount of weeks, I don't agree with. I think that's dumb. I think that's a really bad design. Because it's nice once trials gets going, you get used to trials a bit. It's nice to 1 week and be like, I don't have to do trials this week, and I just chill in this Iron Banner, or chill in this or that. I don't have to worry about it. It's just like a relaxing week. There's a week of relaxation. And I think that's better. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really sure about it. It's really iffy. I don't know. But either way, back to the point. There will be 2 weapons added to the Iron Banner during Echoes, which is the Criminal's Dagger, which was a kinetic hand cannon, aggressive hand cannon, which is a 120. It was good. Back in the day, it kind of was okay. Honestly, I don't think it was that good. I think it was okay. But now it's got stat increases to match more towards Igneous, but Igneous is still better by a mile. Come on, it's Igneous. Let's be honest here. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I haven't looked up the roles yet. I'll have to look up the roles, see if it's worth shit. They should be in the database already. So I'll have to look them up, see what it's about. We're also getting... it's got Precision Instrument, which is interesting, actually. I'm intrigued by that, because that's currently the best thing on Igneous. So I'm intrigued by that. But then we also have Claws of the Wolf, which is rapid fire frame void pulse rifle. With Headseeker and Zismo, which is intriguing, because rapid fires are kind of broken right now, even though a lot of people aren't using them. They are really broken. Their TTK is a mindfuck. So Headseeker on that's going to be cracked. Plus Zen Moment, this thing could be a monster. I'm actually kind of scared how fuck Crucible's about to get. So yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll have to look these up and test them out and stuff. But yeah. You unlock them when you hit ranks 4 and 7 with Saladin. I don't think you can get them to drop randomly. I think that's the only way you get them. I'm not sure, though. I don't really remember if they could drop randomly at some point. Or if you can only get them from 4 and 7 and then they'll drop randomly. I'm not really sure. But those of you looking to be one of Saladin's favorites once more might want to gild the Iron Lord title one more time. Woo! So yeah. I love how they say in here that they're like, if this is your first time partaking in the most ancient PvP ritual among Guardians, don't worry, focus on the objective, be a good teammate, and you will have Saladin's attention soon enough. I think that's fucking funny. People, play as a team. Ha! Focus the objective. Ha! Has Bungie ever played Control with their fucking with blueberries or with anyone other than themselves? Like, bruh, nobody focuses objective, bro. The first one gets capped, and then none of the others ever get capped. I swear, teammates never go for it. You try to solo cap, but then the whole enemy team comes rushing you, and it just doesn't work. So, it's not worth it. So everyone just kind of abandons it because of it. Everybody's got a horrible mentality for it. Once in a while you get lucky, but most of the time, yeah, no one plays objective really, so it just kills. We got a sandbox update. We're hard at work on the mid-episode balance update, and we'll have more details to share on that later. However, a handful of things have jumped out as early issues in Crucible, and wanted to get those addressed sooner rather than later. Stuff. Recoil. It should come as no surprise to anyone who has used this beloved bullet-bouncing auto rifle that there was something different about the recoil. Felt a bit easy to use, yeah. This is the result of a bug. Intriguing. We intended to reduce only the recoil of the special ricochet rounds by 50%. We gotta talk about. I'm sorry, my throat's all fucked up, so I apologize for all the noise. But we gotta talk about it. So when you're shooting the gun randomly, whenever it does, every 7 bullets, when it does this bonus damage bullet, it would give 50% better stability, just a recoil, just out of fucking nowhere. That would have been so trippy when you're shooting. All of a sudden, it goes, then it's like, or if you get this 7, it's just like perfect, then all of a sudden it goes crazy. That'd be so much of a mind fuck. That's gonna be so fucking weird to shoot because now it's permanent. That's the thing. But it was instead applied to the entire magazine. Interesting. Effectively giving Kvastov maximum stability. Really, no way. It made the gun substantially easier to use than other auto rifles, and has predictably led to a huge spike in effectiveness in Crucible. Oh, really? No fucking shit. Many players who have the weapon have commented on how good it feels in the current state, and we do not want to remove the exotic feeling entirely. But the level it's at is objectively too strong. Really? No way. Compared to all other weapons in our sandbox. Really? No fucking way. We'll be removing the bugged effect that reduces recoil by 50%. But as a middle ground, we have increased the base stability by 30 to 72. This will give it back some and not all of the stable feel without leaving it so far out of band. I don't know about this. This is going to be interesting to see because it might still be too damn good. Take a drink. Ricochet shots. While the bouncing rounds are fun for PvE, that's true, I love it, it's fun. Clears ads like crazy. They are proving to be a problematic balance issue for PvP. Really now. I love when you're weak, you barely survive, you start to heal, then a blueberry will peek and get shot, and then the ricochet hits you and you just lose all your health. And you're like, really? I just gained it back. Bit of a problem, yes. With very high uptime and the ability to be buffed by orbs, the damage they deal both on initial impact and on their returning bounces allows Kvastov to neutrally drop its time to kill down to a level usually reserved for more difficult to trigger damage boosts. I have to ask this. Who does their weapon testing for PvP? Because I don't believe for a second these are PvP players. I'm sorry, but it does not take rocket science. If it was this good in the testing, like, I understand the bug. Fine, let's say the recoil bug. I get that. You know, that can happen sometimes. You don't get a bug in testing, and then you update the system officially, and it creates a bug. I get that. I've seen it, and I understand it makes sense. It sucks, but it does happen sometimes. But Ricochet shots doesn't have a bug. it was implemented this way after being tested in PvP and PvE, because that's what they say is they test the weapons for both. Who the fuck tested it? I have to know this, Bungie. Who is testing your weapons? Because they suck. Alright? I love overpowered guns in PvP. I think it's fun. But to sit there and act like, oh, well, it's a bit strong. No fucking shit, man. It doesn't take a fucking rocket scientist to shoot a few people and see the ricochet just fucking obliterate people's healths in 2 seconds. 2 milliseconds. To not be like, huh, maybe that's a bit broken. Just a wee little bit. Now, mind you, we've had some fun guns like rants that came into shipment that should never been in shipment, but still, who's doing these tests? They need to either be replaced, told how to do their job correctly, or I don't know, because they ain't doing it right. I don't know how this testing gets past sandbox. It shouldn't get past the sandbox for PvP. They're either some of the worst PvP players ever, or they're casual PvP players, so they don't really pay attention to it. They just say, oh, the gun feels nice, does cool things, there you go, it's perfect. Or they're intentionally releasing this just to fuck with all of us. And if that's true, fuck you, Bungie, but love it at the same time, because fuck it. If you're doing that to the player base just to fuck with us, I'll take it. I don't care. Why not? But anyways, to the point. Back to reading it. I'm sorry I'm ranting a lot, but it's like, Bungie, come on! Let's see. The damage they deal both on initial impact and on the returning bounces allows Kvostov to neutrally drop its time to kill down to a level usually reserved for more difficult to trigger damage boosts. Makes sense. We want to avoid impacting PvE with this change, so we have reduced the initial bonus impact damage against players only from 15% to 5%. That's a huge It's choked on air. That felt great. That is a huge decrease. That's a 10% loss of damage. That's pretty damn crazy. We have also reduced the bouncing bullet damage against players only from 18.4 to 4.6 damage. Damn! That is a huge fucking drop. Holy shit. Leaving PvE unchanged, which is a good thing. Thank you, Bungie. That's smart. These changes will retain the uptime of the perk and the crucible, but bring the effectiveness more in line. I don't know. I think that might actually just drop it to being pointless. The perk will be pointless at that point. Maybe a little extra damage here and there, and maybe a chance at killing someone that's one tap runs around a corner, but I don't know. That might actually destroy the perk entirely. That might be a little too drastic. I think instead of 4.6, they would have put that at, I don't know, like 7. Not because it's the meme of the thing, but I think 7 would be a good option. Because 10 feels like it's still too much, but 7 is like perfect. 7.5, something like that, and it'd be funny too because there's a lot of stuff, so it kind of works out. But 7 would be like a good neutral number, I feel like. Bungie probably should look at that. Alright, we got Red Def Recoil. Yeah, I felt this thing felt really fucking weird, and now I know why. Lurking just under the Kvostov-coated surface of our current weapons meta is Red Def. As many observant players have noticed, there's also something special about Red Def's recoil pattern. Woo! Unlike with Kvostov, this was not a bug, though. In other words, if Kvostov wasn't fucking broken and bugged as shit, we would have had a Red Def meta, which is now getting nerfs, so now we're going to have a Red Def meta. Thanks, Bungie. Anyways, it was an intentional connection to the original Dusty variant of the weapon, which, like Outbreak perfected, utilized auto-rifle recoil patterns. That's why Outbreak is so fucking good. Instead of the more severe pulse rifle ones, giving them tighter burst spread and higher ease of use. See, with Outbreak, it's not that big of a deal, because it doesn't 2-burst. I think it was a bad idea to have that on a 2-burst. If you hit all headshots with it, you can 2-burst. And I think that's a problem, because it's all about the headshots, and it's so easy to hit those 2 headshots, it's kind of broken. So I think Bungie needs to rethink that a lot. Anyways, let's get into it. Instead of the more severe pulse rifle ones, giving them higher or tighter burst spread and higher ease of use. While Red Def is not as far out of line in terms of strength, the high impact family of pulse rifles itself is very strong. No shit. And having all the bonus stability provided by this special recoil pattern feels like overkill. No shit. So we have experimented with several different tuning options for it. Completely replaced the recoil with the standard pulse rev recoil. Felt like it shifted the gun too far away from its origins. So we have instead chosen to reduce the added stability that the pattern provides. This will align the burst spread more closely with other pulse rifles while retaining as much of the unique feel as possible. I guess that's kind of cool. I still feel like it should probably just be left like a normal pulse. I get they want to make it feel unique, but Bungie, it's a 2-burst. As you put there, really strong. You don't need to make a really strong archetype even stronger. We really shouldn't be doing that. No Time is a perfect example of that. Now we have a gun that heals you, and when the catalyst comes out in Act 2, it's going to heal you and create a little burst of healing for your teammates' restoration. Like, Bungie, this is going to be broken as shit. Anyways, Speaker's Sight. If you don't know what this is, the OP Warlock helmet. This thing is a nuisance in PvP, and they're only fixing part 1 of the part 2 problem with it. But I will say the part 1 problem is definitely a more annoying, because you can deal with the healing factor if you're smart team or good team or smart, but the orb generation you can't really deal with, so it's a good thing. Anyways, let's see. Orb generation. As it stands, it is currently too easy to generate an extreme number of orbs in the Crucible using this exotic. Really, no shit. This plays into several different build crafting levers and is making it feel like the only choice in many competitive and trials lobbies. I will say, doing trials this last weekend, holy fuck, was there a huge amount of fucking helmet sealing. But it's pretty easy to kill. I don't think people realize it's extremely easy to break. It does not take many shots at all to break it. It's easier to break than the fucking freeze turret, which is what's wild to me. They both should be easier to kill. But yeah. So, honestly, it wasn't that hard to deal with. You just play around it, or you'd wait until it runs out, which takes a while, but, you know, you don't get hit by the helicorn, or helicorn, or whatever it's called. They don't get it back. So, if you play pretty smart, you usually can do decently well. It did take some time, and it did take some positioning and some teamwork, but you can definitely deal with the healing factor. While we would like to retain the ability to generate orbs in Crucible to allow players to lean into the healer fantasy, the current volume is not healthy for the sandbox. As a short-term solution, we will be disabling the orb gen portion of the exotic in Crucible only. Longer term, we will revisit allowing the weapon to create orbs at a more reasonable rate. All it has to be is 1 per person. That's all you have to do, Bungie. 1 per person. And I know they can fucking code that too, so they can't act like they can't code that. They can. If it heals me, if I throw down the turret and it heals me, I create 1 orb. If it heals my purple, my partner, then it heals 1 orb. If it heals me again, no orbs. It's that simple. No matter who throws it down, no matter who it heals, everyone gets 1 fucking orb created from it. That's it. And in 6s, that'd still be crazy, because that's 6 easy access orbs. But then in 3s, that's only 3 orbs. That's it. Make it where when you use it, its uptime takes longer to get. So the healing day, instead of taking a minute something or whatever it is, make it double the time nearly. That way, more risk to use it, because you won't have it as much, so you're more smart about how you place it, and it only awards 3 orbs max. Balance. I've just balanced it for you, Bungie, just saying. Future! The changes to Iron Banner and the sandbox are not the only things we have planned. Also, they don't really mention when this is coming out. Like, they recognize that they want to talk about it sooner, but they don't actually say when this update's coming out. Is this coming out this Tuesday? For these ones? Because these are broken? I'm assuming so. But we'll see. Anyways. We'll have more to talk about before the mid-episode patch, so keep an eye out for that. We don't want to give too much away while things are still in flux, but we've got several quality-of-life features to roll out. A Destiny 2 reprise map coming in the next episode. Interesting. What do they mean, reprise map? Like, Crucible map? Because I have to point out, if we're getting another Crucible map, that's amazing, because we were only told we were getting these map packs every year. So if we're about to get another Crucible map mid-fucking year, I don't care if it's reprised from D2, D1, whatever. I don't care if it's brand new. The fact we're getting another map is insane to me. So, yeah. Now, mind you, it says in the next episode, so it's not this one. It's the, whatever the next episode is. So this is Act 1, 2, and 3 of Episode 1. But Episode 2, it looks like it's coming out. But yeah, so I'm still intrigued by that, because what's that about? Some UI updates to help with clarity, and a big feature that we're heads down working on for our 3rd episode that we can't wait to share with you all. A big feature. I wonder what that's about. Intriguing. We got to witness this cosplay. This is actually pretty fucking dope. So somebody actually built the witness, which looks really cool. It does look a bit derpy right here, though. Is that a glitch or something? What's going on with this picture? Why does it look so fat? It's like a fat arm. This is normal, but this one's fat as fuck. What's happening here? So confusing. What's going on here? It looks dope as fuck, though. The fact this is not actually the witness in game, is an actual physical thing in real life, is so cool. I love that. Happy Pride Month. Cool emblems. I won't lie, I like these Pride emblems. They're really dope. Not gonna lie, don't really care either way about it. I just purely like the emblem and the pin. It looks dope. I'm not a hater or a lover. I just don't give a fuck about anything. I'm just a no fucking cares in anything, no matter what. Okay, I'm sorry. People can hate me for that, but I don't really have a care either way because it's not my problem. And people are like, oh, so you're saying it's a problem? No, shut the fuck up. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm not dealing with it. I've seen too much drama in my life. I live in a crazy moment of life. I don't need extra drama. If you are what you are, don't worry about it. I don't hate it. I just don't care to get involved with it. And that's the only thing I'm ever going to say about it, period, about anything about it. I don't hate you. I don't love you. I don't give a fuck either way. You do you. I'm a strong believer, and you do whatever the fuck you want. If you believe it's right, you do it. And if someone else says no, tell them to fuck off. But I'm not going to sit there and fucking stab somebody for you, okay? Get it straight. I don't give a fuck enough. But I will say do what you want. But they do make cool fucking emblems, so Bungie, good fucking job. This emblem looks sick. Okay, everyone likes the fucking rainbow. Okay, I know everybody's upset about this and that, but come on, it's the rainbow. You go outside and look at the sky after it rains. What do you see? The rainbow. What do you think? Damn, that's pretty. So you know what? We're okay with that. Now, mind you, I know it's a little extra because it's got black, brown, white. What is that, like a weird light blue? But you know what? It's a fancy rainbow. That's what we'll call that. But, wear your pride on your sleeve. We got a emote, and we've got a rainbow transmat. So you didn't get them last year, grab them now. I don't even know what the fuck they are, if I have those or not. I'm a collector. I'll collect anything, so I'm not sure. I'll have to check out if I have those, because I like free shit. But yeah, also more about Trans Bungie and Pride Bungie. We've got a 7-column Chaos, which... Are they actually talking about what this is finally? Prepare for the bounty for good. The next installment of our Bungie Bounty for Good returns today at 10 a.m. PT live on the Bungie Foundation Twitch channel with community members Not Mashed and Kubaki and some special Bungie devs teaming up in the Crucible. This will be your last chance to earn the Light Lotus emblem for beating this Bungie fire team. We'll be matchmaking from the US West Coast and UK, so jump into the Crucible and earn that exclusive emblem. We will have an all-new Bungie Bounty emblem to earn when we return in August. When is this happening? Today at 10 a.m. PT. Oh, this was today? What the fuck? Oh, I could have fucking done this. Damn it. I didn't realize it was today. Unfortunate. This month's Bungie Bounty for Good will support our partners at the International Rescue Committee. For each point scored by the Bungie Fire Team, the Bungie Foundation will donate $2 to help support IRC's life-changing work. Only $2 per point scored? I'm sorry, but that's not a lot of money. We'll also be sharing some details of 7-column Chaos, our first ever charity tournament and fundraising campaign. Don't miss out on a sneak peek of all the new rewards we'll be offering during the campaign. Oh, and we will also be unveiling a real-life skimmer that Not Mashed and her team, the Quack Dealers, I love that, it's a great name, won for their amazing contributions during the Guardian Games Cup 2024. There's lots to be stoked about, so we'll see you on Twitch. Player support report, whole bunch of glitches like usual, don't worry. Bungie hates us, it's always going to be buggy. We're investigating reports that some players can't access Trials of Osiris or obtain rewards from Saint 14. Fuck me, that sucks. Some players aren't able to see any shapes on the wall in the variety encounter inside the Salvation's Edge raid. Yeah, okay, this is a bug and this shit is so annoying. I haven't had it happen personally, but I have had it in a raid team happen with people in my raid team, and they had no fucking clue what shapes they had because of it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we did a completion of this with nobody being able to see what was on their walls except for me. And it was so fucking funny, and the fact we did it is a sheer fucking magical moment to me. I don't know how we did it, It was a shit show. There was nothing. It's not because they say it's on the wall, but it's actually the ones you're handling in your hand too. Just don't exist. That's the other part of the bug. There's none in your hand, and there's none on the fucking wall. And it's so dumb. So I had to coordinate everything. It was a pain in the ass. If that ever happens again, I'm just gonna restart the fucking raid because that shit was annoying. It was fun, but it was annoying. Bungie, please fix that soon. That shit is crazy. Players that are weapons sometimes aren't loading properly in multiple areas of the game. Bungie, I can tell you why that is. Your servers are set for so many people. There are more people playing than usual, like that's usually what happens when new DLC comes out. But currently, there's a lot more people playing than usual. They didn't upgrade their servers to handle more people because they figured they'd have a lot of people, but not everyone would stick around because usually people stick around for the first week or two, maybe 3, and then they disappear. And they're sticking around, which is amazing, but it's bad because it fucks the servers up because Bungie servers aren't designed to handle that many people. And people are like, oh, but they are. They got these servers and they got this much. Yeah, Bungie, if they had that much room of servers, we wouldn't be seeing these space magics. Every time new content comes out and it brings a lot of people out, this issue happens, which states it's too many people on the servers, which means their servers are not strong enough to handle that many people because they either don't upgrade them to or they put them at a lower percentage to keep them, running better because not that many people play after a certain amount. Don't get me wrong, a ton of people play this game. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying specifically the big spikes don't stay up long. So why increase if the spike is only going to be temporary? That's their logic, I think. Which is dumb, but that's their logic. Some players who complete the Lightfall campaign on legendary difficulty are not receiving their exotic reward. Wow, that's a. Do they mean Lightfall or do they mean Final Shape? Do they mean actually Lightfall? Because damn, that's a bug. That's a year old now, bro. That's been a bug for a year. People were talking about that last year. What the fuck, Bungie? Whatever. Before we leave, also wait, hold up. This picture, holy fuck, this picture is sick. Okay? Whoever did this, what is it? Light Flame by Lidrin VX Twitter. Dude, whoever you are, you a goddamn master at this. This is fucking beautiful, okay? This armor needs to come to the game, Bungie. They need to make this armor and call it the Ledrion armor, whatever the fuck. I can't say your name, I apologize. But they need to name it after you, bro. You just made the coolest fucking shit I've ever seen. Didn't these be an ornament for a fucking gun? They need to make a brand new hand cannon that goes with Celestial, just like looks like it, and the ornament for it is Celestial. And then have this armor set. This is the coolest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life. For a fucking picture, dude. Look how fucking hectic it looks. Bungie, do this. Seriously. Fucking do this. This is the type of shit I want to see in armor. Look how that is. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Good job whoever did that. Anyways, we advise the next week's TWID won't be published on Thursday, July 4th. We won't be around the day as it's a national holiday in the United States. Didn't even know that. Fuck, man, I'm keeping up the holidays enough. So our studio is closed. Don't worry, though. We are moving it on the day after instead. That is weird. Usually they do the day before there's a holiday, not the day after. That's really odd. So watch for it on Friday, July 5th. And that's all for today. We hope you are enjoying your time in the game. There's a lot going on with Nessus right now. And Failsafe will be more than happy to have you around every time. Don't keep her waiting. Destiny 2 community team. Hopefully they make Failsafe permanently the AI of the helm permanently for years to come in the future. I want Failsafe to be around permanently. I love Failsafe. I think she's fucking funny. I think she's got a perfect attitude in between. She's happy and depressed, and she's like nails it. The actress that does that nails the emotion so well on both sides of it. I'm proud of whoever that is. The voice actor for it is a fucking genius. They do it so fucking well. And I'm really proud of that. So I really hope they keep her permanently as the AI for the home. That'd be so amazing. Anyways, that's the TWID. Sorry for the rants. As always, there's always some rants about shit, okay? Random stuff, random opinions, random ideals. Wish y'all good luck. Y'all have a good day. We out of here. Fuck me in the bum. It's been a long day. Scratch that. Don't listen to that. People will get mad about that. Don't care.